The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway construction project suffered a minor setback as the Environmental and Social Impact Assessment Panel set up by the Ministry of Environment picked holes in the Esia draft of the Federal Ministry of Works. The panel, which was headed by Professor Oladapo Afolabi, a former head of the Federal Civil Service, therefore urged the proponents of the draft to return and fix the identified grey areas. This is just as stakeholders along the corridor of the highway have continued to question the moral behind the diversion of the road in Okwaja.
As an engineer, I had an opportunity I speak to some people in ministry, and I speak directly to the Minister of Works. And when the diversion happened, I was in the United States. And I remember I brought my concern. He said, go to public, go to press. I have it on my WhatsApp. So we had to go to press, some people did the first protest from our Okwaja community. And it was as if the noise dialed down. That was when we had meeting with my partners, and they decided to send me down to Nigeria to know what is happening. And fortunately, as I was about to come back, we got the second stakeholder meeting stating that Okwaja community has been exonerated. That after the MTN presentation, because the MTN hub is not on the coastal road alignment, I followed it on YouTube. And I know that when they concluded their presentation, they appealed to the Minister of Works to go back to the initial alignment. So, as we were happy when we heard that they are going back to the initial alignment. And we came back and found out that when I came back to Nigeria, I found out that they are not going back. They are still there. I spoke to the minister again. He said they have I'm good in investigating things. I came to the community and I found out that the interim ballet in Okwaja and some other people, and some other people has gone ahead for the stakeholder, whatever, and declared our property that has CFO emanated from them because we have paid them. And we also have our governor's consent. We also have our coastal road right-of-way clearance by physical planning. We did all this to make sure that we develop this project.
Before investing, what we want to do due diligence, ensure all proper documentations are carried out, and with the certainty that you are sure by doing the right thing, without any reservation, you invest. Are we saying we cannot invest in Nigeria and go home with our eyes closed? We invested with all right documentations. Not to bog you more, sir, like you earlier said, I also want to go back to the change in the alignment in Okwaja.
But having had two speakers already address this issue, I would want to please speak to the House. I'm standing on existing protocol apologies. We are concerned, I am concerned, and as well as any other people involved that cannot be here. It's unusual that draft is set for too long. We realized that the alignment was realigned. A lot of concerns, I and other people had approached the ministry. We just realized suddenly that new houses were marked and some of us affected, and we're trying to seek the attention and the audience of the ministry. At this point, seeing the diversion and the alignment on the screen, I had to quickly approach and ask you questions again. Why do we need to keep raising the concerns over and over again, most especially where there were alignments before now that enable people to make sound decisions as to where the property should be located? We felt that ignoring what was on ground and moving to a new location entirely is the one that is leading to all this crisis. I will please, on behalf of some other people who may want to speak about Okunja alignment, please look into this. We consider this, and we pray that God will help.
Did you look at the fact that the road is going to consume most of the houses, looking at the scale at which the road is going now? Did you look at the fact that even the existing houses that will remain there will be consumed? How will the water, do you have any plan for the other people, the other houses that will remain? Do you have any plan for them? Where is the erosion will end up eating up all the houses, looking at the scale and manner at which the road is going? So we are calling on you people to please take your time and look at that. What plan do you have for the community there? Is it that you are just after the road? You are not after the houses? You are not after the development of the community? You are just after doing the road and leaving the community members to suffer of erosion, suffer of water? What are your plans for them? Then number 3, this assessment thing. I think one lady, Leila, from one particular station has been clamoring of this station. She has been clamoring on this alignment, on this assessment. Why are you people not doing it now? This is the first thing you are supposed to do and not the last. It's supposed to be the first thing to do. We are beginning to think that is it because of what is going on, because we all saw that the minister is being probed. Is this a measure for you people to cover up something? Why are you doing it now?
Taking that question back here, I want the people, I want those tickets along that road so that I can block the Atlantic Ocean for encroaching the community. It's not about diversion, sir. It's the reality things. Block the Atlantic Ocean. If you look at when I was young, in my father's house, you cannot call anybody at the Atlantic Ocean. They will not hear you. Now, that's thinking about the family house. Are you going to continue this way? We know how many kilometers Atlantic Ocean are taken from Nigerian land, from Lagos State land. My own is, I'm just appealing. Now that you have EIA here now, sir, just take one stone and keep it bare at times. You don't need all this. You are taking it. You want to take Atlantic road of how many kilometers? You are making those community. And can use the same rule to stop the encroachment of the ocean shore. Sir, Eko Atlantic has done us a lot of damage to Okunja. Because once they feel it, the ocean rises and somewhere the ocean shoreline. Sir, you know about Kusa Road? I'm happy that we have Kusa Road. I'm even at times when I discuss all comes when I'm still alive. But what is affecting the community is more than the coastal road they are doing. They are taking on the community. Let us take this. My worry is how come you take from 16 to 17 just a kilometer and you get to Okunja, the next community, you now go back to that thing. That was their interest.
Members of the panel, including Engineer Dr. Musa Emuabino, Professor Dalhatu Singeri, Mr. Adedoyin Lasisi, and others, pointed out defects in the draft ASIA for the project. Engineer Dr. Emuabino particularly pointed out that the reason for the diversion of the road in Okunja was not properly specified in the draft ASIA for the project. Dr. Emuabino also agreed that the road should be taken to the ocean side to protect the community from ocean surge.
So I see it as a game changer, if you like to use that word, of the transport mode in Nigeria. But those are just general impressions we have in respect to the route. We have noted that in respect of the alignment, we have seen consideration of even the project itself, whether we need to do a no project option or a delayed project option or a go ahead project option. Well, I'm happy to know that they have accepted to do the go ahead project option. But what are the objectives? There are areas of interconnectivity which we have identified at A1, A2, A3, and A4, which I'm sure is what my colleague was referring to. You have not clearly identified all these 4 areas. We need to be sure of them and why you need those interconnectivity. There was an initial route, and I think that initial route has been changed for some reasons, and the issue of that change seems to have generated a lot of community interests and so on. But the reason for the change, we have not seen it technically presented to us on your report, and I dare say that in highway designs, profile designs, there are certain basic site investigations that must be carried out. We have not seen those results. We have not been fully informed that they have been carried out. There should be geotechnical investigation. There should be barometric